welcome to Life's Beating Heart. My name is Matthew, and today I have a tarot card reading for you. I also have some magic cooking behind me on the altar there. It's a special day today. It is the Sagittarius full moon. But it's extra special full moon because this month, or this time, it is a blue moon. Kind of semi-rare occurrence. There's 2 full moons in a single calendar month. And there's just something really powerful in the energy today. We're cooking something up here. We're cooking up something special. And if you found me, if you are attracted to my vibration, then I'm sure you're cooking up something special too. So, I wanted to do a reading today about our manifestations. What are we manifesting? Now, keep in mind my readings are timeless, so regardless of when in space and time that this video has stumbled across you, there may be messages in it for you. So take it as it resonates, use your intuition and your own discernment to know what is for you, what messages are for you, and how they relate to your own life. And of course, as always, you are expected to take responsibility for your own actions and decisions. Okay, so now that the disclaimer's out of the way, what are our manifestations? Immediately when I turn the deck over, there's the 10 of Pentacles. So money, wealth, abundance. But we're going to shuffle and see what comes out. Okay. Already, we have 2. I want to keep shuffling, but I will stop so that there's not an incredibly long pause of nothing. I'll show you the first 2 cards we have, which was the Queen of Swords and the 9 of Cups. So for sure, wish fulfillment, manifestation of your wishes, and also clarity as well. Clarity and discernment on what your wishes are. Because there's always, with the 9 of Cups, or like making wishes, there's always a sense of, you also have to be a bit careful of, be careful what you wish for, because your wish may come true. But there's a sense here of like having strong discernment to know like what really even is right for you, and then also how to handle it once it comes in. There's also a strong sense of this here. The Queen of Swords is very organized. She has her boundaries are strong. And she can sort of, that she would be able to, I have a sense that like she would know what to do with it when the wish fulfillment comes in, kind of thing. That's the vibe I'm getting here. So I want to keep shuffling some more cards out here. A few more, couple more, a few more. I don't know. Let's see what comes out here. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors. What do we need to know about our manifestations right now? Well, that was kind of awkward. The only one that actually jumped out, which I'll keep on the table, is this Queen of Wands here, which it kind of relates with this energy, I do believe, which is this Ace of Cups and Judgment here. So there's a sense here of wanting I don't want to say, hey, well, rebirth, kind of, yes. Like, there's a kind of sense of like a divine, like how do I say this? There's it's speaking here of this manifestation of love, but also like a kind of clearing of the slate. Oh, there's the word I was looking for. This is the word tabula rasa, like a fresh start in love. So whatever that kind of means to you, whether that be like within a framework of an existing relationship or just like some brand new love or relationship coming in, or a brand new like way of relating with yourself here with the Queen of Wands. In reverse, this could also be a very internal process. This because there's a lot here also. So this would be the Queen of Wands. Like this is her upfront facing demeanor here, right? This is how she shows to the world. She's very strong and confident, and like you'd never see her weakness in a way with the Queen of Wands, right? Or not that she like, not I'm saying that she's weak, but I'm saying like you never see like how complicated. It's not a weakness necessarily either. I'm saying I didn't mean to put it like that, but I mean her. You never see like all of the struggle that kind of goes into being the creating the throne that the Queen of Wands sits on. I guess I would say it like this. Um, right, like when I say weakness, I guess like when I her moments of weakness, I would say like that's what I meant to say. I guess that's probably the better phrasing. Like Queen of Wands is not the type of one who would like show her moments of weakness outwardly, publicly, right? Anyway, but there's like all the sense of like her the struggles or the difficulties or like the wisdom of this natural like tree here being the throne that she sits on. So, but that's what I'm saying. So there could also like for some of you, this could be like um a rebirth also or judgment day in the relationship of like yourself with self-love here, um fundamentally. But yes, so it's like that kind of goes hand in hand with um like accepting like a new or a higher level of divine love in partnership as well. Like it has to kind of come first from within. Like there has to be this kind of like divine reckoning with your own self here. This is also like a really strong sense of like emotional purging coming here, or like emotional purification, not purging. Purging is kind of like a more, that's not the correct like connotation I want to use, but I mean emotional purification. So, mm, indeed. Let's see. Hmm. What else? Let's see one more from this deck, and I know we're gonna use clarifying cards. And then maybe tea leaves. Tea leaves are fun always. I wonder if tea leaves. Okay. So we have the Two of Wands. And then this fell out of the deck, Three of Swords. So there is a sense this is heartbreak here. Um, and then on the bottom side of the deck, we have this um, Six of Cups and Ace of Wands. So what I'm sensing here is like there's also a desire or manifestation here for some of you about like a healing of like heartbreak within soulmate relationships. Six of Wands, I'm sorry, why did I say Six of Wands? Wanting success maybe as well. That kind of blurted it out. Six of Cups. Um, So there's like a wanting for like a desire for like healing of heartbreak here, or like a desire of like mending of fences, perhaps. So there could be a manifestation of that as well, a manifestation of like healing, emotional healing, as well, and like new beginnings, like or like a fresh start or something in some type of context. Interesting. Okay. So Oh, and then the Ten of Pentacles is under that, and the Three of Ten of Pentacles and Three of Pentacles. So like wealth and collaboration comes in after that fresh start. Interesting. Okay, we're gonna use this other thing. The tea leaves are fun, but sometimes they're such a gamble. Like you really never know. Some of the cards. Well, it's the life. I mean, there's different kinds of energies come out. Um, and there's always for all the messages are for your higher good in the end. So let's see. Let's clarify first this Queen of Swords energy. The instrument. That's interesting. Wait, so like your Queen of Swords energy is your instrument, your creative instrument. Your mind is your creative. Your sharp mind is your creative instrument here. Your perception, your perceptive eye. Okay, your attention to detail here in your manifestations. Your sharpness. It's like there's like a finesse. Like I'm getting an energy here with this Queen of Swords. Um, with the instrument here, like I can imagine the Queen of Swords being, like a master violinist or something like that, like a master pianist or some, just playing an instrument like with a level of like technical skill and finesse or something. That's kind of interesting. But then like you can take that as like a metaphor. That could be for some of you maybe a literal thing. And then I dip my hair in the water. Guys. So, but this could also be your mind, right? This could be your mind. Um, right, using your mind as the creative instrument or the instrument of expression here. Your mind, your voice, your thoughts, the sharpness and clarity of them. Okay, interesting. There's like a level of genius here with like the Queen of Swords as the instrument. That's really I like that. It is have that the Uranus and Gemini kind of energy that we got going on at this time. It's pretty cool. All right, let's do clarify next the Nine of Cups. What is this wish fulfillment energy with the Nine of Cups? Angel, spirit guides, ancestors, please let us know. What do we need to know? Ooh, now we're talking about manifestations. Okay, now we're getting in the juice. Now we're getting the data. All right, we got the Magician's Wand and the Garland here. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Wait. Can I get them all in my fingers? Can I get them all in my hand? Hey, that's not too bad, actually. Wait. Like, for sure. Like that. I can show you. This is beautiful. This is the process here. Because you have the Magician's Wand and the Garland. The Magician's Wand talks about the tools and having the tool and the skill to manifest. Like it's the tool that you use to manifest. Okay. The magician is the manifester, right? But the magician's wand. Now, interestingly, there's a candle here. I've got some candles back here. I mean, that's one example of a tool you can use. There's many tools. But so interesting. Your tool here, interestingly, right now, primarily first and foremost, not even talking about the physical things, because candles. It's like I'm just having fun, like I don't necessarily. I could do this all with my energy, right? Like I don't. This is just like amplification at this point. Signal amplifier kind of business, but like right, but like with this garland here, interestingly, what it's talking about is like your true strength is your compassionate heart, your loving heart. That's the true strength here. That's where the magic is all coming from. It's coming from the heart. It's coming from the heart. That's where the wish fulfillment is coming from. What are your heart's desires, and like, do you cultivate that good energy in the world? Do you put that love energy out into the world? Are you a kind and caring person? Do you deserve blessings? Like, if you give blessings, you get blessings. It's just like, it's just cause and effect. It's just the flow of energy. It's just like the vibration that you put out comes back to you. And when you're putting out just love and compassion into the world, like it eventually, yes, like the world like pours back into you. And it's almost like a lightning bolt. It's like, and this magician's getting hit with like a lightning bolt here. So this is like your manifestations coming in like, woo, oh baby, beautiful. All right, the fruits of your labor are paying off for you here with this wish fulfillment card. The cards are speaking. I'm not. I'm just the channel. I just deliver the messages. Okay, okay. I just have the voice here. I just have a voice. All right, we're going to clarify the Queen of Wands. This is a clump. I think I want to do it all together, though. I'm going to treat it all as one energy. This Queen of Wands, Ace of Cups, and Judgment. It's all one thing that we're clarifying. It's one thing. It's a clump. All right. Angel, spirit guides, ancestors. What do we need to know about this? Queen of Wands, Ace of Cups. Oh, is that? Ooh. First, okay, interesting. We have one. Okay, wait. We have one card face up on the table. We have one card face down. I don't know what this one is yet, but I can see this one right away. And so I'll show you this one first. First and foremost is the courage to love. This is the Two of Cups. You have the Ace of Cups and then the Two of Cups. It's the courage to open yourself to love, the courage to be vulnerable enough to open yourself to love with another, to open yourself in love in relationship. Self-love is one thing that's a certain type of courage, because that is the courage card, the strength card, the garland you had over here. But then there's another level of courage. It takes a certain level of courage it takes to open yourself in love and intimacy with another being as well, who you can't control, but then you open yourself to them, and there's a vulnerability to it. But then it's the winged lion, so it's like that sets you free. That courage sets you free. And then, all right, what's this mystery card here? Woo! Baby, we got the city. We got the city. This is interesting. Wow. This is the Ace of Wands. The city talks about like, what can you create then? So it's like, okay, so you got the love, you got the spirit, you're the Queen of Wands, and then like and then it's like it's like looking back, it's like, and this is like kind of the behind the scenes of the Queen of Wands, which is kind of interesting. Like we're looking at the kind of the inner workings of the Queen of Wands, which this is like the side of the Queen of Wands like no one ever sees, you know what I mean? Like this is kind of like the what goes into the making of the master kind of business, right? But then so what we got here is this judgment energy being clarified with the city. Well, yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll just fix that in the editing, perhaps. She's got some. Yeah. Anyway. So. So we have the city. So, okay, then the judgment. So there's a sense of wanting like a rebirth of possibilities here, and then and like are like coming to like a new sort of level or expansion for like a new vista or a new horizon for your like level of creative possibilities, and there's a sense of like being able to do more in collaboration with other beings than you can do all on your own as the Queen of Wands here, because there's like a sense of like the Queen of Wands energy, like well, yeah, because like, we have this courage to love, courage to open yourself, courage to be vulnerable, and then the city talks about like what can you create for to contribute to the project of mankind, because the city energy, what a city kind of is in its fundamental essence, is just like a whole bunch of people coming together and offering whatever they personally can offer to create like civilization for people, like just to create like human society. And it's just like a whole kind of hodgepodge of just like people creating stuff, right? And then so it's like, what do you have to offer to the project of like humanity and our creative like endeavors here? So that's kind of what the message of the city is. So it's a really strong message though of it, in addition to the normal Ace of Wands message, which you do have the Ace of Wands on the other side of the table, by the way. The city card talks really to me, especially about co-creation or collaborative creation. Do you know what I'm saying? Right? Because the city, it's like a city is not just one people. It's thousands of tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people. It's millions of people coming together to create something these days. We have large cities these days, right? Um, but yeah, so like there's a sense of like what can you come together to co-create, and can you become, do you have the courage to come like open and vulnerable as well, you know what I'm saying, like vulnerable enough to like have an open heart, and give love it from that place, and accept the vote that there's also like a vulnerability to that, but then there's also a strength in that, and then that helps you to manifest like your dreams come true, or like whatever is like your wishes or manifestations over here. Fascinating. All right, we're gonna clarify next this two oh yeah, by the way, just before I move on, on the bottom of the deck, I do say there's whoop, whoop, the stormy seas. I almost dropped all the cards as well. I'm getting a little bit speedy. I'll calm down like 2 notches. But the stormy seas is like this emotional turbulence inside of you, perhaps, about this as well. This might be like going through a whole process about this, like because the judgment is like kind of an intense energy. It's like Judgment Day. Um, yeah. All right, we're gonna clarify the Two of Wands here. So there's a sense of this one was about the wanting like healing and like. Okay. Anyway, anyway, we're gonna before we even go into that, we're gonna the Two of Wands is about a vision for the future in general, though, right? We're gonna clarify that though. Hold on. What do we need to know about this? Spirit guides, angels, ancestors. Okay, I'll take that one too. Oh, and then we had that. All right. So we got the stormy seed, came back out again, and also the nest. So it's like the it's the King of Cups and the Ten of Cups. So there's a wanting of a safe, like the vision, or there's a sense here of a planning or a vision stage level thing. It's not like it's not formed yet. It's more just at the planning stages or the idea stages of like a future for yourself, or like a nest that you could create in the future kind of thing, like a happy, and it's like a happy family energy generally, with the Ten of Cups, right? But it could be anything for you, whatever would like make you feel emotionally fulfilled, and like your life is full of like things, and you have like a safe home and a nest kind of energy. But then there's still this sense of like emotional turbulence about that, which is kind of interesting. Um, at this point anyway, but there's a sense of, oh, maybe because the stormy sea also talks about ooh, it's using your emotions in the manifestation. Maybe you're like pouring a lot of emotion in your manifestations, because this is the king of The stormy sea is the king of cups, so it's like even though it's like a whole ocean of really turbulent, intense emotion, it's actually like the king of cups energy is masterful of it, and you don't, and he's like, you know, not necessarily drowning in it, even though he's like harnessing, or you know, there's a whole stormy sea inside of him, but he's not necessarily drowning in it. Like maybe there's a sense of like directing this sort of masterfully. If we go back to like the magician's wand here, um the idea of that, maybe there's a sense of like pouring a lot of emotion into your manifestation as well, and that's sort of like going to bear fruit for you, or that's gonna what that's gonna end up manifesting is a very like 10 of cups, like fulfilling sort of energy in the end here. But it's just like at the visionary stage at the moment, and you're just pouring like emotion into this sort of future vision. All right, we're going to clarify now this thing as a whole clump, this sort of part with the 3 of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the 6 of Cups, because that was a sense of like there's something here about like wanting healing in some type of like soulmate connection, healing and new start, fresh start. So only take this message if it resonates for you, I guess. But yeah, anyway, we're going to clarify this part. Oh, before I move on, there's the bonfire on the bottom of the deck, which is kind of like, yeah, your passion, or like what lights you up kind of thing. But there's like the King of Wands, so that's fascinating. So you had on this. Ooh, wait, actually, I don't want to. Hold on, I want to slow down and go back to this. This is kind of more significant because this was this. So you had both of the King of Wands and King of Cups energy. So there is a sense of alchemy coming into play because this guy here, um, he has 2 wands, right? On the side of the back side, you can see better that he has the 2 wands. On this side, he's holding like his little orb. I don't even see the other wand here. Oh, it's resting on the side of the castle because he's not holding it. But there's a cool sense here of like doing alchemy. You have like you're holding the King of Wands energy and the King of Cups energy here in your manifestations. So you're like holding that inner fire and also like moving through your emotions, or navigating the emotions associated with the whole process with a level of grace and dignity that you're just managing to like, you're not getting drowned in them, but you're actually like harnessing the power of them and pouring that energy into the thing. So you're like doing the alchemy, you're doing the magic, you're doing the work, you're getting the credit. It's working for you here. So anyway, we're gonna oh, and then yeah, by the way, then under that was coming in fast, happiness. Yeah, happiness with this loosed arrow and the sunflower. It's like once the energy starts to come back to you, it's going to come back like really fast and like into this like very happy and positive energy here. And then the water lilies with this like Ace of Cups. All right, so emotional new beginning. We had the Ace of Cups here as well. So we're going to clarify now this 3 of Swords, Ace of Wands, 6 of Cups stack. Angel, spirit guides, ancestors. What does the viewer need to know about this energy today? What do we need to know? We got 3. Well, 3 for 3. It's fair, I suppose. Ooh. Oh, okay. Let's see. Wow. All right, that's kind of funny. Oh, there's 4. Oh, there's a hidden one. What? That's surprising. Wait, okay. Well, cool. Um, sorry. Wait, I don't know how to hold them now. There's 4. Wow. There's like a surprisingness to this energy. All right, we have the bobbing. Okay, here's, I'll show you the first 3, and then I'll show you the like 4th one. That's probably significant that it came out in that way, this way, and that way. So we have the cold cliffs, the bobbing boats, and the double-edged sword. The cold cliffs, the bobbing boats, and the double-edged sword. Whoo! And then we had the wheelchair at the end. Came out. Fascinating. Fascinating. So now all of a sudden there came a lot of mental energy. So we have the Page of Swords with this double-edged sword. We have the Ace of Swords. And you also had a lot of aces in your reading. Ace, 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 ace. There's a lot of new beginnings energy. So it's a manifestation reading. So I guess so, like, woo, woo, woo. But yeah, like, interesting. A lot of, like, yeah, new beginnings coming in. And then the bobbing boats is the Two of Pentacles. Um, and no, this is kind of cool. So that first of all, there's like this clarifying, especially. Oh, this. Woo. Yeah. Right. So what I would be sensing is just by the nature of it, this heartbreak energy is like probably in the past to some degree or another degree. But yeah, there's like the sense of like the double-edged sword. So there's like the mind or like the heart needs to go through a healing process still or something from like past heartbreaks or something here. But yeah, there's like a sense of like the mind. It's like it's cool or like not cool, but thematic. It's thematic. I'll say it like that. How there's this sword here. This is the Three of Swords. And there's like a fourth sword coming to like poke it, but it's like your own mind. This is your own mind, um, coming up here to like poke at this Three of Swords energy. And I'm seeing, and I'm often drawn to the fact that on this card, there's like on one of the hands, there's blood being drawn here, and it's like telling you the message that your own mind can be like causing you pain about things sometimes. So it's like, especially if you're going through a heart healing process, there's a sense of like you have to be careful of like your mindset or something, or be gentle with yourself about it, because you could also be like hurting yourself in a way here with the way that you're like pulling up the thing or like allowing past heartbreaks to affect your mindset in the current situation. Perhaps that's probably the energy it's coming through as. So there's a warning here of like not letting feelings of past heartbreak now to come into your manifestation and bring in like pain or like to come in here and like hurt you or like come here in here and draw blood in some kind of way. um and then this is a kind of interesting message because we have the bobbing boats and the cold cliffs, and there's a sense of like the boats are there bobbing in the ocean and they can't really come into shore because the cliff, it's like a cliff. There's like nowhere for the boats to come in. So they're just stuck out there bobbing in the ocean. Like, and it's this part's clarifying I guess this part we would line it up to clarify the Ace of Wands. So there's like a sense of like wanting this like Ace of Wands like new beginning, but it's like and it's trying to come in, but they're like there's the cold cliffs, like it can't come in a way, sort of, or it's been like blocked to a point, or like it was like trying to dock at the wrong like place or wrong time or something. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. But the bobbing boats is like a sense of like there's a cosmic joke element to it as well, because it's kind of talking about like in life sometimes circumstances are just out of our control, or like sometimes life even does things to us that feel like just straight up like humiliating and silly, like and embarrassing or something in a way, or like the situations we get put in sometimes can be like Seinfeld-esque, like ridiculous, like just our daily life situations. Sometimes it's just like sometimes you just have to like laugh at the ridiculousness of life and reality. You can't take yourself like too seriously. It's like so it's like the bobbing boats card talks about how there's like there all these boats, all these different people on these boats are all kind of stuck in this ridiculous situation where they're being thrown up and down and left and right and all around, and they're getting seasick and they're bobbing around here. And it's just kind of silly because then when you like zoom out from a bird's eye view of these birds here and you look at it from the bird's eye view, the whole thing looks kind of comical. They're just like whoop, 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 like little toys in a bathtub, like whoop, 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 whoop. And it's like on the boat, like when you zoom in, when you're like on the boat with the person and they're getting seasick and they're like, getting thrown around in the waves and stuff. That doesn't feel nice, right? Um, yeah, but if you just have to zoom out and take like a bird's eye view, and then it's a bit silly. It's the general message of that. But then the cold cliffs, and this talks about like seeing the reality of a situation sort of clearly here, or like the facts and the reality, or like analyzing the facts and the reality of a situation. Um, so I think there's like just a certain process to overcome this cold cliffs energy. It's like there's like a certain like level of like analytical process that needs to like happen here before like this energy can clear out. This like the storm or the bobbing, but you know what I mean. There's like a process that has to go through like an intermedium before that this like new beginning comes in and strikes. Because like at the beginning we had this energy of like the mind being the instrument here. There's a sense of like because the cold cliffs kind of talks about the ace of swords. So this is the sword. This is like the working out of that like thing here. But there's a sense of like having to be really careful and like skillful how you use your sword because you have the double-edged sword here, saying like your mind process could be helping you or hindering you in your manifestations here, depending how you use it. If you use it to hurt yourself more, stab yourself more, inject more pessimism and negativity and bad feeling into yourself, then that's not good. You could cripple yourself here with this wheelchair energy. No, that's not what the wheelchair card means. The wheelchair is actually it's a very this is actually the King of Swords, and it's actually kind of like a positive card because it's saying like the wheelchair enables freedom. Actually, for people that are for whatever reason, like paralyzed, having a wheelchair for those people, that is like ultimate freedom. It's something what the wheelchair represents to those people. For us, it might not represent that because we don't need it. But for someone like who is like aligned with that thing, like it is a tool that enables ultimate freedom. Do you understand me when I say ultimate freedom? What the fuck I'm talking about? Anyway, sorry, because we're talking about soul level ultimate freedom. Like, oh my god, what? This got really weird and deep all of a sudden. But there's something here about like this, with a relationship here, because we were talking here about like intimacy and like the ability to like love and like relationship. There's a sense here of like wanting to like liberate yourself through love and relationship and connection to another person here, like wanting to like engage in relationship in a way that doesn't tie and bind either of you, but liberates you. It becomes the vehicle of your liberation. And isn't that the most beautiful thing here? But there's like a process that needs to be undergone here of like navigating how to bring the ships into port here, as they say. Because there's these cold cliffs that must be navigated around, these harsh realities that must be faced about the situation, these facts that must be managed and accounted for. Things do have to make sense on a certain level here. Interesting. Like, your manifestations do have to jive with the cold, hard facts of reality on a level. On a level. Now, you can dream big, and I'm certainly would encourage you to dream as big as you feel, or bigger even. But there's a sense here of like working with the nature of reality as it is, or the facts of the situation as it is, and not trying to reject that and going into delusionalness or some resistance energy in some type of way. Okay, because that would be taking the wrong side of the double-edged sword. That would just cause yourself more suffering and pain, and we do not want that for you. Okay, that's all. That's all, folks. Oh, wait, no, it's not. I wanted to do tea leaves. All right. Ooh, I want to do it like this. Hold on. Whoosh. All right, I'm gonna pick some. You don't have to resonate with all of these necessarily, but I don't know. I'm gonna pick cards, and we're gonna see what comes out. Axe. Forces working against you. Yeah, that's why I warned you. Don't have to, but there are forces. It's the world we live in. Hey, it's the world we live. These messages come out to give you warning, so that in those type of messages are there for your highest good as well. Arrow. You are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. Okay, your manifestations, you're on the right path. You're on the right path. That's good. What else? Over here, over here, over here. Oh, let's see. An emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. The nest. We did have the nest here as well. And gong, an exciting event. Yeah. Wow. Congratulations. It's something exciting. Manifesting. What else? What else? Okay, this one. Crown. Oh. Honor and respect will come to you. You're going to be crowned for something in some area of your life. I'm going to take one more. Vase. Secret admirer. You have a secret admirer. Oh, that's so cute. Who is it? I want to know. I'm kidding. Okay. The king. Oh, wait. I said, who is it? I want to know. I opened the deck. Oh, motherfucker. I got the king of. Oh, wait. Hold on. I got a. Oh, and then, yeah, and we know it's true because there's this. It's got the ace of swords here. The sword. Or wait, hold on. Wait, sorry. I pulled the king. The king of fucking wands to match. Right at the end, we had the secret admirer here, the king of wands, to match the queen of wands. And both of these sneaky people here have their back to us. Interesting. Oh, wait, there was another card here. So hold on. With the hold on, wait. There's more to this reading. Hold on, we're not done. Hold on. With the nest, there's also the forest. So interesting because the nest would be in a forest, right? Kind of like you would think that would be its home, but it says muddled and unclear thinking. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so there's maybe that sense of like um needing to get with this emotional clarity here, like needing to get more information. Perhaps I would say with the unclear thinking, it's like maybe if you, especially if you've been spinning your wheels with like not enough information, I would say to try and like seek more information, especially with this ace of swords here, because there's like a sense of like needing to get clarity here. So maybe like, yeah, again, just like communication, like at all possible, especially if it's like in a dynamic with another person, because now we have two people on the board all of a sudden. And remember, this card was like clarified with like the ace of love and the winged lion here. There's like a sense of like courage to love here because both of them have their back to us, which like maybe it's because we're seeing their inner processes right now, which that could also be. But there's also like a vibe of like they kind of like both need to like turn face forward here because they're like a couple. They're like naturally a couple. Like, don't you see? Like, but yeah. All right. That's all. Bye now. Oh, hold on. I should say the things, the YouTube things. Oh wait, going with the flow on the bottom of the deck. Oh my god, the Two of Cups again. Oh, but you have to be patient. Oh, this is like, yeah, it's funny. It's like change. It's like destiny here. Yeah, but it's like you got to be patient. But yeah, there's a going with the flow, patience, and the friendliness card. The Two of Cups came out again. Ace of Cups and Two of Cups came out again. Like on this other deck, which I didn't even fucking use in this reading until just now. But I just pulled the bottom 3 cards off the deck. So you got Ace of Cups, Two of Cups twice all of a sudden. This just turned into like a really intense like love manifestation part. Like, so if you're talking about like, if you're trying to like manifest like love in relationships, it's like here for you. Hold on, hold up. I mean, look at this. We have Ace of Cups, Two of Cups came out twice from a bunch of different decks. But we gotta have patience first and foremost on top of it. Okay. Yeah, patience. I'm not being patient. I should hold the card for like a couple seconds patiently before I yank it away from the camera again. All right. I could just like keep pulling cards and messages forever. Like I feel, I'm just like feeling that way. But we're gonna say goodbye now. If you got something beneficial from this video, if it's interesting or any of that, click the like button. Comment down below if you have something to say. I always like reading your comments. I do find them interesting, genuinely. If you are new to my content and you like my vibe and style of doing things, subscribe. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I love you. Until next time, with more words from the heart.